Shalom, I'm the brother Quatas Sayan, coming back through the spirit and power of Yahweh Basham Yahushai with another lesson. But before I go on, I want to say Kal Halal Yam, Yahweh, Basham, Yahushai, Basham Rekak Wadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone for teaching us the truth and who rule well. Peace and salutations unto the Akim that is spread around the four corners of the earth, spreading this word in sincerity and in truth. Shalom to the elect of Israel. Gan Akim. So what you see before you is the quotation that Trump made that we're going to defeat the invisible enemy. He said we have to fight that invisible enemy that I guess unknown, but we're going to know it a lot better. Yeah, that's some Trump shit to say. But yeah, he said we're going to defeat that invisible enemy. And through the spirit, I was going in this topic of fear that they are pushing on these people. I'm trying to figure out, see what they're pushing on these people. And this is what I came across. You know, because these people nowadays, when they walk in public, it looks like they have a phobia. They have a phobia for people, you know, because you have to have this distance of, I believe it's, 6 feet? Or in meters, it's 1.5 meters. So when we walk outside, then we notice that these people, they have a phobia against other people. So I was Googling this and I was looking up some stuff, and this is what I came across. You have agoraphobia, and agoraphobia is an anxiety disorder characterized by symptoms of anxiety in situations where the person perceives their environment to be unsafe with no easy way to escape. These situations can include open spaces, public transit, shopping centers, or simply being outside their home. Being in these situations may result in a panic attack. So if you go into that word panic attack, I was looking that up, and that word panic comes from the Greek god Pan, Greek mythology. Pan was the ancient Greek god of pastures, flocks, the mountain wilds, and rustic music. In Rome, he was called Faunus, had the body of satyr, legs of goat, and body of a human. He was also known to produce an ear-splitting sound called a panic that caused extreme pain to any who heard it. This sound is actually the origin of the English word panic. You see, so indirectly, these people, let's call the beast by its name, let's call the people how it is. These Amalekites, these Edomites, these elites, they are spreading panic throughout the people. You see? And this is a Greek god that they're conjuring up. This is one of the gods, because the other one I came across, this word agoraphobia comes from phobia. That's a type of phobia. Now listen to this. A phobia is a type of anxiety disorder defined by a persistent and excessive fear of an object or situation. You see, because now these people are scared of the situation of being around other people. The phobia typically results in a rapid onset of fear and is present for more than 6 months. Reading on. The affected person goes to great lengths to avoid the situation or object to a degree greater than the actual danger posed. You see? If the feared object or situations cannot be avoided, the affected person experiences significant distress. With blood or injury phobia, fainting may occur. You see, so this fear that these people have is making them sick. So it's just making your body to shut down. That's how you faint, Agoraphobia is often associated with panic attacks. Usually a person has phobias to a number of objects or situations. Here, symptoms: fear of an object or situation. Complications may be suicide. And you see a couple of people are committing suicide nowadays because of this quarantine thing, because of this phobia that the elites are causing these people to have for this invisible enemy, because these elites, they are channeling their enchantments through this television, through the media, And what I came to find out is that you also have this other god, which is Phobos. This is another Greek god. And you already know where I'm going with this. The word phobia, look at this, psychology. The word phobia differs from phobos, meaning fear. You see? So from both sides, they're using two gods to come upon these people. They're conjuring up two gods, two ancient Greek gods, because they know what the product is. That if they use all their incantations, which incantations means to put spells upon these people, through the media, through the television. So if they put all their focus and energy upon bringing fear into these people, their minds, then reason goes out the door, because these people are going to be so panicked, so frantic, that they will take any and every solution that the elites give. They will take that to heart. They will take that as reality to just come out their fear, their modus of fear that they're in. Now, let me read this. Phobos, mythology. Ancient Greek, pronounced phobos, meaning fear. It's the personification of fear in Greek mythology. He is the offspring of Aphrodite and Ares. He was known for accompanying Ares into battle along with the ancient war goddess Enjoy, the goddess of discord. Ares, both sisters of Ares, and Phobos, twin brother, Deimos, terror. So, but the point is, they are using the Greek god Pan to create panic, and the Greek god Phobos to create phobias in the people, their minds. So, let me jump to the scriptures. I'm going to go into Wisdom of Solomon. But you already see the word choice that Trump uses. We are going to fight this invisible enemy. It's like this enemy is invisible, so these people are scared all over. You can't point the enemy out. So that's how they are conjuring up these demons. They're conjuring up these entities. They're conjuring up fear in these people, their hearts. And I'm going to show you through the scriptures what fear does. This is Wisdom of Solomon 17, starting at verse 8. Wisdom of Solomon 17, verse 8. For they that promised to drive away terrors and troubles from a sick soul were sick themselves of fear, worthy to be laughed at. So this is speaking about, warlocks and witches and soothsayers, they were the ones that promised to drive away terrors and troubles, but they themselves got sick from fear. You see, so you can get sick from fear only, not even by being physically touched. Verse 9, for though no terrible thing did fear them, yet being scared with beasts that pass by and hissing of serpents, they died for fear, denying that they saw the air which could of no side be avoided. You see, the invisible enemy. The invisible enemy. It's like it's the air. You can't avoid the air, and that's the same spirit that this Trump is spreading. You can't avoid it at no side. It's like the air. It's in the air. A virus flows through the air. And the only way you could protect yourself, what they say, is through these PPEs, personal protective equipment. These masks. But yeah, man, you could die of fear alone. And these people know that. So a lot of these people, these so-called COVID-19 cases, can also be people that died from fear only. Because they believe that they have that illness, or that their immune system is, when you're in fear, your immune system breaks down. You're more susceptible to get viruses and flus and simple illnesses because your body is not in balance. Your body is not at ease. You see, if your body is not at ease, then you're more susceptible to be in dis-ease. That's where the word dis-ease comes from. Your body is not in ease. Your body is not in balance. So the scripture simply says that they died for fear. Verse 11, for wickedness, condemned by her own witness, is very timorous, and being pressed with conscience, always forecasted grievous things. God, let me read it again. For wickedness, condemned by her own witness, is very timorous, and the word timorous means fearful. And being pressed with conscience, always forecasted grievous things. God, so their conscience constantly forecasted grievous things. They saw grievous visions in their heads, in their minds. They had a phobia at a certain point of time. This fear was taking over and was forecasting things that weren't there. You understand? And that's what the media is doing right now also. Where do you see that word forecast? Weather forecast, news forecast. So these people, they are forecasting things into your mind. They're projecting images in your mind, fearful images in your mind through their media. You understand? So these grievous things being implemented into your mind will constantly play off in your mind. So your own conscience is going to play games with you, which is going to weaken your immune system, which is going to cause you to get sick and maybe even die of fear. You see? Let me get a precept. This is Psalms 10, verse 9. He lieth in wait secretly, as a lion in his den. He lieth in wait to catch the poor. He that catch the poor, when he draweth him, when he draweth him into his net. You see? And you can also see this net that he is drawing you in with as the Internet of Things nowadays, because his media is the Internet of Things. That's where he constantly projects his COVID-19 fears upon these people, on his television, on his media, but mainly on the TV, the media, and the Internet of Things. That's his net nowadays, his modern day net. And this speaks about the wicked. This speaks about Esau right now. Esau, he lied and wait secretly because he is the one pushing this fear upon these people. He is the one that is secretly as a lion in his den, because you don't see these elites walking around and giving people flyers, causing them to have fear. No, they're secretly in their den, but then they do spread their wickedness, spread their lies onto the people, onto the masses. Let me see. Come on. Let's go to another scripture, which is in Psalms. Psalms 31. And 18. God, this is the one I was looking for. Let the lying lips be put to silence, which speak grievous things proudly and contemptuously against the righteous. See? So these people, they're using their lying lips, to spread these lies about this COVID-19 virus, and which actually goes in hand in hand with this 5G that is going around right now, because they are using the COVID-19 as a cover-up for the 5G symptoms. Because nowadays they're putting up these 5G masks like they're nothing, man. These workers are constantly at the job, and these 5G masks are being built within 3, 4, 5 days. Then you already have a mask. Then you already have a extra 5G post somewhere, in your neighborhood, in your block. See? But still, which speak grievous things proudly and contemptuously against the righteous. So now, what they're busy doing is that they're pointing their arrows at Jacob, at the so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans. Because that's ultimately their goal. All these other nations, they're dying left and right from these so-called COVID-19 5G symptoms. They're dropping dead. But they want to say that the so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans are the minority, and that they can't afford a good health care. So they are the ones that are spreading it. They say the minorities, blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans, are the ones that are spreading the disease and that are dying left and right. So that's the next step. That's where they're focusing on right now. Let's go back to Psalms 10. And 10. He croucheth and humbleth himself, that the poor may fall by his strong ones. You see? The poor is going to fall by his strong ones. And who are the strong ones? Those are let's say, the higher ups of the so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans. Look at what they did to Idris Elba. They put Idris Elba 2 weeks ago. They said he was one of the COVID-19 cases. So that's the so-called strong one of the poor, so-called strong one of the blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans. So they put him in the forefront as a puppet, showing that he is one of the persons that has the COVID-19. You see? So he's using the black, Latinos, and Native American puppets that he has to promote that it does spread to black people, so-called black people, So he causes the poor to fall by his strong ones. Let's go back to Wisdom of Solomon. To close it off, Wisdom of Solomon 17 and 12. For fear is nothing else but a betraying of the succors, Salakia. Let me read it again. For fear is nothing else but a betraying of the succors which reason offer it. So let's break it down. For fear is nothing else but a betraying of succors. Let's see what the word succors mean. Bear with me for a second. Succor, earlier succors, aid, help. See, so for fear is nothing else but a betraying of the help which reason offer it. The help which reason offer it. You know, reason. When you're reasoning with somebody, when you're thinking logically, you're coming with a logical explanation. So fear is nothing else but a betraying of the help, the aid which reason offer it. So reason is offering you this help, you know. Reason wants to step in, but fear is betrayed by fear, because fear is not letting reason in. You know, that's how these elites know exactly what they're doing. They're creating chaos, and afterwards they're gonna come with the order out of chaos. They create chaos so that these people are not gonna think straight, and that they are gonna eat out of the palm of their hand. You know, as soon as they say that this vaccine is the way out, that's the only way out of this COVID-19 fear, that's what they're gonna grab for. You know, the multitude of people, they're gonna grab to that. So that's the end game. They are conjuring up all these entities and Greek gods, Pan, you know. If you look at the word pandemic, it has the word, the Greek god Pan in it. Pandemic, panic, phobia, phobos. So this is all engineered, you see. This is a whole witchcraft ritual that they're going through, and they're going to extend it as long as possible until the fear is so devastating to these people that they will take that COVID-19 vaccination with the RFID chip in it, or some kind of tracker in it. So through the Spirit, I wanted to make a quick lesson about the information that I came across, and Lord willing, this was edifying. And I want to say, Kal Halal Yam Yahweh Basham Yahweh Shai Basham Rekakodash Shalom Akim.